Danny Landberg defense. Let's look at their player to watch in Caden Brown, a senior edge rusher, 3 stars, ranked 4th in the state of New York in that category. He's going to be someone that's going to have to really get after the quarterback here tonight.
Yeah, he's one of those players who has an amazing upside, a little undersized at the position, but has the ability to play a little hybrid linebacker position as well. One of the best edge rushers in the nation, and that's why some of these schools like Rutgers, Maryland, Michigan State, and Penn State are looking at him.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game tonight here, Joe, starting with Don Bosco Prep. Again, this is a team who lost last week in their opener. Where do you feel like they are going to be successful in this ball game tonight?
Yeah, they got to learn from the mistakes that they made in the first week. Far too many mistakes for what they're used to. Limiting the turnovers, as I mentioned, 2 interceptions last week. That's not typical of them. And Jordan Thomas and company have to step up. The defense has to be good for them to win this game.
Yeah, they brought in a new starter last week. He threw 2 interceptions. He's going to have to really step it up. Here's the crazy thing about Erasmus Hall as we look at their keys to the game, Joe. The way that they start football in the state of New York, they have only practiced 8 days. They literally broke camp on Tuesday.
Yeah, late start, and they're trying to catch up with everyone else who's already gotten off to a game under their belt and actually had a bunch more practices than they have. But they've got to play the patented defense that they always play. We've known this team to be tough, hard-nosed football team. They got to find a rhythm offensively, and the main thing is they got to force turnovers and make the field as short as possible.
Well, we'll see if the sophomore quarterback, Kendu Brown, will be able to do that. And, again, last year you could just remember that contest against St. Joe's. They just couldn't seem to get anything going as we tried to keep this game going. We appreciate you tuning in. It looks like Erasmus Hall will get the ball first, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in here tonight on Flow Sports. Again, Danny Landberg, the head coach, has been there for 22 years. Let's go ahead and take an inside look at the head coaches. Here you go. Danny Landberg, Erasmus Hall, 22nd year as coach, has won 4 straight titles in the public school district, 5 total since 2015. Look at that record, Joe. If you take away not having a 2020 season, he's been dominating around the Brooklyn area.
Yeah, the record speaks for itself, and you win straight titles like that because your team is consistent. And one thing about him, he's going to always have a team that's going to play tough. He's going to always have players who won't quit.
So, again, if this tells you as crazy as things have been for Erasmus Hall, they literally just broke camp the other day, and they just finalized their roster last night. So we don't even know. We have all the numbers, but we don't even know who is set to return to kick here. Gavin Gorge will kick for Don Bosco Prep. We're underway. Glad he could join us. Erasmus Hall with the football. And they're going to return it all the way to the 25, 26, maybe even the 27-yard line. And Erasmus Hall will start it there as the Dutchman looking to get things started here in the first half. They'll have the football first, as that was number 17. There is no 17 listed on their lineup, so we don't know who that is. We apologize for that. Again, it's been a crazy time for them getting ready for the season, and they took this game because, again, they start later than everyone else. As their offense comes out, Kendu Brown was supposed to be listed at number 10. You can see him in there. Now the running back, Amir Morrow, you'll see Samuel Lyric, Denzel Gill, and Jalen Ballou in the fold. And the first play is a dump off into the flats right to Morrow. Morrow, he gets positive yardage past to the 35, right to the 37, 38-yard line. That's a first down.
Yeah, started with a little bit of motion, trying to get the defense to show and tell. Nobody went in motion with the back, so quick throw out and get him out in the flats one-on-one.
All right, they're just going to hand it off again to Morrow. Morrow getting the first down on the first play. Gets about 2 yards. on the second one.
Yeah, steady dose, high percentage plays early in the game, trying to find the rhythm. Like we said, this is their first attempt at playing a game this season.
There we go. They come out with 2 to the right, and that man jumped offside. That's Lamont Lester. He's a highly touted recruit, also a senior. Schools like West Virginia and UConn are looking at him. So that'll move it up 5 yards on the play. There's a deep throw, Brown, and it's caught! And he dropped it incomplete. Tough break for Samuel Lyric. And it's going to be incomplete. They try to say it was a fumble, Joe, but he clearly didn't have it all the way in.
Yeah, good job by the defensive back of fighting with it. He was juggling it all the way down, but the defensive back didn't give up on the play, and incomplete pass.
It'll be 3rd down and about 2 to go.
3rd down and 3. Ball remaining at the 45-yard line.
And they'll hand it off, and Don Bosco stepping up big time. That front line, Joe, very veteran, and they made a huge play there, and they'll force a 4th down here, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, they came out in a 4-3 defense that time, looking for the run, and they were able to capture him before he was able to get off tackle. An excellent job, as you mentioned, by that D-line. That D-line is something to watch.
It might be a good place for them to fake it here. We'll see. And they're just going to punt it out. So Ellis Johnson will punt it, and the returner is Connor Cosgrove. Cosgrove weaving through one move. Makes another, and he'll get past the 25 to about the 29, 28-yard line. And the Dutchmen of Erasmus Hall were thinking they had a big play down the near side, but they fell short. So here comes Don Bosco Prep, headed up by head coach Dan Sabella, who was hired in 2019 from Paramus Catholic. We'll get to his inside look after this play as Devin Sisler, the junior, will get his 2nd start. Little rollout, nearly picked off. And Joe, there's that Erasmus Hall defense that we talked about in the pregame and we saw last year.
Excellent job of play recognition by the linebacker. He broke on that with ease. I thought it was going to be a pick 6 for a second there. I think he just overran it.
That was Christian Moore, one of the linebackers. Again, after this play, we'll give you an inside look at the head coach of Don Bosco Prep, Dan Sabella. Sisler handing off to Logan Bush. And Logan Bush had a grand total of 72 yards last week, both receiving and on the ground. Let's take a look at the head coach, Dan Sabella. Again, in his 3rd season, he was hired in 2019. Again, he won a state title at Paramus Catholic before, taking the job at Don Bosco Prep. He has been a winner everywhere he's gone, and that's expected at Don Bosco Prep as it's 3rd down and about 7. Pass thrown, and that is caught. What a play, beautifully done. That's Bobby Mays, UConn, Liberty, and Syracuse looking at that young man. And he looks every bit of 6'5", 191 pounds.
Yeah, excellent route that time, pushing up on the defensive back, getting him to turn his hips and release, and then he dug down and came back on the hook route. Nice catch, nice throw by the quarterback.
So 1st and 10. And a Sin Mays in motion. And off the Bush. Bush finds that seam. Joe Simmons style, he'll break through for a 1st down into Dutchman territory, and they'll stop him at the 45-yard line. Logan Bush, very explosive.
Yeah, explosive move that time on the left side of the line. Good job blocking by the left tackle, getting his man to release outside and creating an alley for Bush, and he just hit the downshift and exploded for 10 yards.
And another handoff, belly handoff to Bush. Forward progress to the 40-yard line. And they're going to say forward progress stopped and he was down. And so it'll be second down and short.
Yeah, Bush didn't look like he want to go down very easily. And that time you see the moves, even in tight space. He's a strong physical runner, but he's sneaky elusive as well. And that's something to watch while he runs the football today.
5'10", 208 pounds. Joe, we saw them play Bergen Catholic last year, so we saw how powerful this offense can be. When I talked to Coach Sabella, I'll tell you what he said after that. Here's the give up, the fake, the draw, quarterback-wise up the middle. Sisler will get the first down. And I said, Coach, as he's at the 31, I said, Coach, we did your game last year when you guys were on the road at Bergen. That was an awesome atmosphere. You guys played very well. He said, well, we did not. They got us back in the championship game, and Joe, they did. It was 45-0. And they faced Bergen in the last two championship games in the state title, and it has been a total of 73-7. So they're looking to change that here this year as Bobby Mays gets the short catch just shy of the 25-yard line.
Well, in order to change that, they're going to have to change a few things about how they approach things on offense and defense. And I know this has been a motivating factor for a lot of their kids in the offseason. So he might be right. It might be an opportunity for them to redeem themselves.
He was really worried, Coach Sabella, about what Erasmus Hall would be doing tonight. He knew their defense was going to be extremely stingy. As Bush gets the handoff, Bush outside 20, 15, 10, 5, give him 6. Touchdown, Logan Bush, and Don Bosco will score first as the Ironmen strike first here in the first quarter.
Excellent job with the power play off tackle, and Bush showing you the speed that time, ran through the one person who could have made the tackle, and there was nobody left on the edge. And sometimes when you can make that one person miss, it leads to opportunities for you, and Bush capitalized on that opportunity.
And here comes the extra point by Grant Jack Connolly, someone that Coach Sabella was very adamant as A.J. Larkin a little early. Actually, that's Jasira Andrews, who just changed his number maybe 6 hours ago. Yeah, New York, they don't start until after Labor Day. Some of these schools in the United States have been playing 3 weeks before. And again, that might be on, well, that's going to be on Erasmus Hall. And so the Ironman will kick from that's half the distance of one.
You almost got to go for 2 in this situation. Yeah. You got a half a yard to get.
So here comes Connolly on for the extra point. And they finally don't jump off sides as Don Bosco, 7-0. Logan Bush, his first touchdown of the year. He did it on a big play to the outside, and that's where we stand. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. 7-0, Don Bosco ahead.
Return the kickoff for the Dutchman. Number 5, Keenan Grant. Number 9, Hindu Burrell. Again, kicking off for the Ironmen. Number 46, Jack Donnelly.
Beautiful night for football. Great crowd on hand. Jack Donnelly kicking for Don Bosco as Erasmus Hall will start decent field position as they'll get it to the 20-yard line. And that's where they're wrapped up on the return. And that is, the returner is Tyrese Hester Bay, a senior wide receiver. So here's Erasmus Hall. Again, Joe, they didn't even get to scrimmage to get ready for this ball game.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. This is the first real semblance of a game that they've had. And like you mentioned earlier, a lot of schools have already had 2 or 3 scrimmages and 2-3 games. So they're a lot further behind the curve than all the other teams out there.
That puts a lot of pressure on your defense, doesn't it?
It does.
And here's the handoff up the middle. Amir Morrow.
Number 8, Amir Morrow carrying for the Dutchman. Tackle made by number 97, Jordan Thomas. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
And there's a quick throw over to Samuel Lyric.
Number 7, Lyric Samuel.
And Lyric gets short of the first down. He's at the 30, so it'll be 3rd and about 2. And you can see what they're trying to do with Kendu Brown, Joe. Quick stuff, short stuff to just get him kind of comfortable.
Yeah, trying to get him in a rhythm is, first game, trying to find a rhythm that suits him.
There's the belly mesh play that goes nowhere as Deshaun Barr-Mickens is stopped well behind the line, and they're going to have to punt it once again, Joe. And again, Erasmus Hall's got to find a way to get some offense going. That defense did pretty well, had their chances.
It doesn't help when you're facing a team that likes to play smash mouth football and your defense is taking a lot of snaps. So that offense is going to have to get a little bit better to take some pressure off of them.
There's a good punt. Cosgrove at the 40. Cosgrove, midfield, spins out, gets all the way to the 43-yard line. Great field position for Don Bosco Prep. And with 10 minutes and change to go here from Granatell Stadium here in Ramsey, New Jersey. It's 7-0 Don Bosco, who won the conference title last year when they went 4-0 in conference, but then made it all the way to the championship game and got beaten by Bergen Catholic as Campanelli got them once again. So it'll be Don Bosco football. Jeremiah Alvarez is split out to the far side. And a handoff to Bush. And Bush gets about 2 yards, if that. And the very physical Erasmus Hall defense says, no dice there, sir.
Yeah, playing with a little bit of pride. Doesn't want to get or have him break a tackle and explode to the end zone like he did last time. So it'll be imperative that that D-line tries to hold up and not allow him to get to the second level.
They're going to have to make a play to get their offense a little bit more room to work with. And trips to the left side. That'll be an offsides or a false start on the offense. Rhett Morris, the left guard, was the one who jumped.
Yeah, a little bit early on that play. It looked like it might have been a play coming to his side because he was stepping inside. And that's usually the key that that's the case.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 12, 13. And there's Sisler, and he with a quick throw to the far side to Logan Bush. And that gets just shy of the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, quick pass that time, trying to throw the quick hitch and give his receiver an opportunity. Good defense, though, by Erasmus Hall. He's very lucky that they didn't get another step, and it could have been an interception.
A big play right here for Erasmus Hall, Joe.
Yeah, they need a big defensive play. They're on the short side of the field. They're probably going to treat it like 3-down territory if they can get at least 5 yards. So it's going to be up to them to make sure they don't allow them to get at least that.
Here's Sisler. They're bringing the pressure. Sisler lets it go, and it goes to nobody, and it'll be 4th down and 11. And so we'll see if they punt and try to get them deep. And it will be a punting situation for the Dutchman, or rather for the Ironman.
Yeah, this is the territory where you got to watch the fake, though, because they're on the other side. Yeah, they're lining up in a base defense.
There's a punt. Fumbled! There's a scramble for it, and Don Bosco says they have it. They do.
Wow.
A.J. Larkin fumbled it.
Change of fortune. Talk about a change of fortune. Wow.
Recovered by the Ironmen.
That's got to be a dagger for the morale of the defense right now. And now Devin Sisler in the offense gets another chance. New running back in the backfield is, looks like that's Jaden Richards that's also in at running back.
Yeah, mixing up a little bit, trying to keep fresh legs in the backfield. That Erasmus taught, those got to figure out a way to dig deep and not concede. If they can come out of here and not give up more than 3, it'll be a great stand by the defense.
They're inside the 9. They can get a first down. There's jet sweep. Bobby Mays trying to get to the outside, and he won't. A.J. Larkin says, I may have fumbled it, but I'm going to do what I can to keep the DBP off the board.
Yeah, excellent job that time holding contained, coming up and knocking the runner down. It looked like he was going to be able to get the edge at first, but Larkin came up and answered the bell by getting that tackle before he could turn the corner.
Third down. 10 yards for a first down.
Here we go. Forward now, 5 receivers out for Don Bosco. Sisler running. Sisler, he'll be short of the first down at the 8-yard line. It'll be 4th down. You go for it here?
I think they keep the field goal.
Looks like they're going to kick. I got to get those points because they'll come at, they're going to come at a premium for Erasmus. So we'll see if Donnelly can be that extra weapon. Here's a 25-yard field goal right down the middle. Snap, good. Kick is good. And so that'll do it. 10-0. Timeout on the field. We're back after this on Flow Sports.
Kickoff fumble on the play, recovered by the Dutchman. Number 5, Keenan Garant on the recovery. First and 10.
So Don Bosco, Joe, has done a great job here in the first 2 drives. They almost gave up a big play earlier, but again, those are plays that you hit in week 2 and 3 of the season, maybe even week 1 because you've had time to work on it. They'll come back out with 4 wide as Kendu Brown still at quarterback. Little forward pass to Judah Wright, and Wright, he can't get around the bend as Jordan Thomas, that big young man, was the reason he couldn't get around. That's a big guy.
It is a big guy. And he eat up a lot of ground to get out there, too, to make sure that it didn't happen. And, you know, you look at him, he looks the part. He's definitely got an NFL body already in high school, and it's just only going to get better as, you know, he keeps going through the process.
That's just what's crazy is Georgia's recruiting about 5 or 6 of him. Lost 1 on the play. Little slant and almost made complete as Judah Wright had it go through his hands, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Passes incomplete.
Yeah, another quick possession. They've got to do a little bit more to run some of this clock, but they've also got to get positive yardage. Right now, they're going backwards. Special teams has let them down, too, as they fumbled a punt, which led to 3 points, and then they fumbled a kickoff right after the 3 points. Can't do that.
Roy motion. Brown setting up a screen. Lyric breaks 1, 2. And he's lucky to get past the 20-yard line to the 21. And they will force the punt. And
should have been a 5-yard loss, and he turned it into a game.
Yeah.
Like
it'll be 4th down, and here comes the punting unit.
They score at the end of the first quarter of play. The Ironmen of Bosco Prep High School 10.
Yeah, there's an injured player on the field, so we'll just right here.
Reminder to all spectators that is Brick Oven Pizza, located at the food shack, right behind the stands. That's Brick Oven.
That's not good. They're moving everybody away from him.
Yep. Well, it's the end of the first quarter, as it's 10-0. There's the punt by Erasmus Hall. Second quarter has begun. And Connor Cosgrove I have great field position. Started behind the 50. He's already inside Dutchman territory to the 38, 39-yard line, maybe even the 37, Joe. And that's where they'll start. Great field position. They are owning the field position battle here through the first now quarter and change.
They really are, and it's amazing how you can see one team having a game rhythm and is used to game speed while the other team is still trying to feel their way through it.
And whistle blows. Timeout will be called by Erasmus Hall.
Taken by the Dutchman. That is their first timeout.
If you're Danny Lamberg right now, Joe, what is your message to the team, to your players, especially to your defense?
tell them, the guys, I know it's been tough and you've been behind the ball all game, but we've got to do everything we can to try to make sure that, we can keep the score to a minimum till the offense gets back on track. And having this short field doesn't help. You can see the body language of the team too. The defense looks like they're exhausted, but they've spent the majority of the game on the field.
As you can see, the score is 10-0. Not trying to fix it here. We had some technical difficulties. We appreciate your patience watching tonight. And off to Logan Bush. Bush spinning out of a few tackles, dragging a few Dutchmen on his way. Just shy of the 30-yard line. I think 2 yards shy of that. It'll be about 2nd and 4. The Ironmen not won a state title since 2015, and that's what Daniel Sabella was brought there for.
2nd down and 5.
They're trying to take it to the next level.
Trips to the near side. 2nd and about 5. Sisler hit as he throws. It's deep. Up for grabs. Mays makes the catch. He went up and got it. And it's 1st and goal for the Ironman.
Excellent job by Mays, putting the defensive back on his back and high pointing the football. A lot of times you'll see receivers wait and try to catch it on the way down. He went up and caught it at the high point, and not many people are going to beat him up there as he's a tall, physical receiver.
Yeah. That's where I wish I was 6'5" when I was in high school, because I would not take for granted catching it at its highest point. I'm sure he's a good basketball player. Hand off to Bush. Bush, very nimble, finds his way through. And wait a second. Are they saying it was a touchdown? It is. Touchdown for Don Bosco Prep. And it is 16-0. Extra point pending.
What a strong physical run, as he wasn't going to be denied. Got hit like 3 times on the way to the end zone, drug the defender in and laid out for the touchdown.
Here's the extra point, and it is good. Timeout on the field. We will take one as well. 17-0. It's been all Don Bosco Prep here tonight as you're watching Friday Night Lights right here on FloFootball.
Over Erasmus Hall High School, nothing.
Joe, you missed it.
Jack Connolly again to kick off for the Ironmen.
I made the... So back in the second quarter, 17-0.
Number 22, Desmond.
One team looks like they've been playing for about 3 weeks. The other looks like camp just ended, and that's not a slight against Erasmus Hall. They look like they're going to be a very, very good ball club. And they're just behind the 8 ball, trying to play with some of the top teams in the country. Well, they start later than everyone else. And let's see if they can make something happen here on the kickoff return. Yeah, pretty good return there. Flag comes in late. Looks like it was the returner there, Desmond Allen, a freshman running back. And we'll see what the flag is. That came in late, Joe. Is that a block in the back or what?
It may have been a hold the way they were. When it comes in that late in that vicinity, it usually is a hold.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Usually. Waiting for the official to give the indication.
I hold on White. Klein. Second
And
on White. That'll be half a distance to the goal. First down.
So they'll start once again deep in their own territory, just self-inflicted errors here, Joe, and they're going to start at the 9-yard line. And they just got to get some kind of spark here. See if they can't make something happen here. It's their 4th possession of the game, and they have not gotten past midfield. Brown. Give to Morrow. Morrow nowhere to go. And he gets basically back to the 10-yard line, and that's about it.
Yeah, that defensive line is annihilating that offensive line, getting the push that time. He put the tackle and the guard, both got pushed about 4 yards deep in the backfield. It's hard for the runner to run when that happens, and he tried to cut it back and make something happen, and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the play. Brown, the sophomore, young quarterback, rolling out. Lester chasing him, and he'll bring him down. And let's see if he was down or not. If he was not down, it's an interception by Cosgrove at the 15. If he was down, he's sacked at the 5 or 4 yard line.
Yeah, he was definitely down.
And I think they're just going to say he was down at the 3. And it'll be 3rd down and long now.
Down on the play.
And that defensive line, again, Lamont Lester was the one charging after Brown.
Third down.
Yeah, that defensive line is winning the battle of the trenches right now, and they're able to get penetration and make pretty much whatever play they want to make.
Brown. And he will run nowhere. He dropped the snap, and now they'll be punting from their end zone, and Don Bosco Prep is just all over. They're like a shark seeing blood in the water.
Yeah, I think they're extra motivated because of the loss last week and getting to perform in front of the home crowd. They want to show them that we're a lot better than we showed you last week.
Now, they have certainly shown that here.
Ball's on the 2-yard line.
To Archbishop Spalding, 28-14. That was a road game.
Number 4, Ellis Johnson.
They scored 48 on that team last year. Here's the punt from the end zone. And Cosgrove set to return here. He'll have great field position here. Let's see if he can get to the outside. Good ankle tackle by Kendall Brown, a sophomore linebacker. And again, great field position for Don Bosco Prep to start the drive.
Yeah, another good field position opportunity, almost in the red zone already. So Don Bosco is capitalizing every time they get these opportunities. We'll see if they come out and try to put up a big play on the first play.
I certainly would. If you're the offensive coordinator, you got Bobby Mays, just throw it up. Alvarez had 2 touchdowns last week. He's in single coverage to the far side. We'll see if they go there. They're just going to go with Bush. There's nothing wrong with that. Up the middle, inside the 25, just shy of the 20. And Bush will move closer to a first down. 19-yard line is where he needs to get.
Made the tackle.
Yeah, you feel like every time he touches the football, he's got an opportunity to score. It looks like he's really running it with reckless abandon and able to get at least 5 or 6 yards on every carry.
And so they'll bring in a 2 tight end formation, kind of an H-back in this set. Bush, power to the outside, and he will be swarmed down and thrown down. Caden Brown was in on that play along with Malik Person, and it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, perfect defense call that time. They were in a 4-3 under, and they had a slant call to the strong side where they had the extra blockers. An excellent call on defense. So they were able to slide underneath and tackle the running back before he got started.
So 3rd down, big play here for Erasmus Hall. They need to get a turnover, get a stop, do something to flip the field. Hand off to Bush. Bush. And it looks like he might have had enough for the first down here, and that'll move the chains. That's a tough break. But a good job there by Don Bosco.
Got that. His second effort was what got that. He looked like he was hit about 2 yards in the backfield, and he was able to drag the pile for just enough yardage for a first down.
So they're inside the red zone for the 4th time today. 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
First and 10.
What can they do with try number 4? Alvarez, very wide, just above the numbers. Sisler, it's a belly handoff. And that is to Jaden Richards, a senior running back, also plays some defensive back as well.
Tackle by O'Shea.
Now you give Logan Bush a little bit of breather. Ian Adrian, also a wide receiver that's in. Tim Sisler, who transferred to Don Bosco Prep last January, has not thrown a pick yet. He threw 2 last week. Trips to the near side. Richards still the back. Sisler, quarterback keeper up the middle. And he slides forward and got crushed. And he was hit down by Christian Moore. He paid for that.
Yeah, he did. That'll wake you up real quick when you catch one like that.
So 3rd down and about 5 here, Joe.
6 yards for an additional first down.
Well, this is where you got to be creative offensively, but defensively now, Erasmus Hall needs to stop.
Oh, you can see the tight end formation here to the left side, kind of strong left. Now they're going to roll out. Sisler, open, throws it to his tight end, Hunter Detrano Smith. He's inside the 10 to the 5. That moves the chains, and the junior, 6'2", 209 pounds. That was beautifully set up.
Yeah, when you run the football as successfully as they have so far in the game, you can come back and run the waggle. And that time they faked it and ran the waggle to the wide side of the field, and it was the quarterback throwing to the first back out of the backfield. He had his choice, either him or the tight end, but he took the safe pass and was able to complete it for the first down.
They're going to send Mays in motion, hand off to Richards. Richards hit right at the point of attack by Malik Person.
Jaden Richards, the ball carrier.
One of these big seniors, 280-pounder.
Malik Person on the tackle.
You can see that Erasmus Hall defense just breathing heavy, trying to find the energy to get out of this. But Don Bosco trying to put the hammer down here. Now hand it off. That's Bush. They'll get inside the 5 to the 2-yard line.
Logan Bush, the ball carrier.
And they're just wearing them down. Yeah, I can bet
Anthony Martin
that they will run this ball in. Not just as safe as possible here. It's probably 4-down territory either way.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they're looking for a field goal at this point when you're inside the 5. I think right now they smell blood. They're like sharks that smell blood in the water, and they feel like if they can get it to the 1 here, then they got a chance, because I don't think they believe anybody can stop Bush from getting a yard.
Man in motion to the left. Now a tight end over to the left. Bush in, touchdown, and it is 23-0.
Wow. Bush showing you the power there, getting in the end zone.
There's a flag on the play. I wonder if that's going to be unsportsmanlike afterwards.
Number 46, Jack Donnelly, to attempt the conversion.
We'll wait for the flag. It is a touchdown.
Devin Sisler.
Personal foul on White. That's on the kickoff.
That's those 15-yard penalties going to pin them even further deep, Joe.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
So it's 23-0. They'll fix the scoreboard, and the whistle blows.
Penalty.
Off on the defense. Half a distance to the goal, retry.
Here's Connolly on for the extra point to make it 24-0. And it's good. Timeout on the field. 24-0. Don Bosco ahead in this one. You're watching Flow Sports.
They score. The Ironmen of Don Bosco Prep High School 24. Dutchman. Here to return the kickoff for the Dutchman, number 1, Judah Wright. And number 5.
So Judah Wright will return this kick as they will be kicking from the Dutchman 45-yard line.
Number 5.
Along with Keenan Grant.
Donnelly once again to kick off.
Again, that's about as deep as I've seen anybody kick. You should be able to get points for this if you kick it through the goalposts. I say that kiddingly, as he does not get it through, and that's the 20-yard line. So here we go, Joe. 20. And shown no ability to get anything going.
Erasmus will take possession at their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dutchmen at their own 20-yard line.
Here come the Dutchmen again. They got to find some kind of semblance of offense.
Yeah, they've got to figure it out. They're struggling right now, but they need to figure out a way to put together a drive to get, if nothing else, just to give that defense a break.
So Kendu Brown again just trying to find something to get their offense going. They're going to send the running back in motion. He lifts one down the far side. Had a good look to Lyric Samuel. That'll be incomplete, 2nd down.
Intended for number 7.
Yeah, good looking route that time by Lyric Samuel. He just didn't. The quarterback just threw it a little bit too far out in front of him.
2nd down and 10.
We're halfway, near the halfway point. And they finally got a little bit of room there as they threw it to the near side to Keenan Grant. That'll move him to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice looking play that time, throwing the quick hitch route on the outside. He let it go early enough that even though the DB tried to close on it, he couldn't get out there in time.
Brings up a 3rd down and a long one for a 1st down.
And again, they just can't seem to get anything going. So that should be 4th down, right, Joe?
It should
be. It will be.
By number 5, Marquette Dorsey. Down remains the same. It's now 4th down. Long one for a 1st down.
Is this, you go for it here?
Are you down 23-0? I guess you do. I don't think he made it. It's
I don't
close.
think he got it. Yeah, it's going to be
But where they're
really
marking
close.
Number 8.
Where they're marking it, he has it.
Carrying for the Dutchman.
That's a very friendly spot.
Brought down by number 9, Lamont Lester.
So Lamont Lester is given credit for the tackle there, and they will get there. I think that might be their first or just 2nd 1st down of the ball game.
1st and 10.
Again, something positive here as we come down the stretch of the 1st half. And Brown keeps it. He gets a few yards there to the 34.5, maybe even 35.
The quarterback, Kendu Brown.
Yeah, positive yards on 1st down is always a good thing.
Brought down by number 27, Kyle Ramos.
That's a program in Don Bosco. Joe, this is a very proud program in Don Bosco. They have a website of history.
2nd down and 5.
There's a program history. And they have not faced, according to this website, they have not faced Erasmus Hall ever. As it's 2nd down and 5, line to gains the 40. Brown He's going to roll out. He's pressured, and he will just let it go as Lamont Lester was in his face.
Is out of bounds and incomplete.
Again, according to what I have learned, there's just a guy that is a big fan of Don Bosco, and he's the one who runs it.
That's awesome. They have something to connect to, and also, like, knowing your history, it also creates a lot more pride in the program.
Yeah, in their last 2 ball games against schools from New York, they're 1-1 against Iona Prep, and that 3rd and 5 will cost them as both the receivers on the near side jumped. Some of the young players that have gotten All-State during their time here. See if you remember any of these guys. Nobody just yet that you probably would know, or I would know. And 3rd and 10 now. Brown rolling out. Pass. Incomplete as Lyric Samuel can't come up with it.
Yeah, another opportunity to make a big play, and he didn't step up.
Intended for Lyric Samuel.
Let's see, anybody else that you may know.
Brings up a 4th down for the Dutchman.
Chase Biscontis is at Texas
A&M.
A&M. We saw him last year. Tommy DeVito was a quarterback here. You remember him?
Okay.
He played at Syracuse. And that punt is blocked. And it bounces forward. It's picked up. Here comes Don Bosco with it. Makai Allen is knocked out of bounds as the punt block will give him great field position once again.
Returned by number 18.
That's the weirdest punt block I've ever seen. I think he ran through it. He didn't even get a chance to get his hands up. He got on the punter so fast.
Jabril Peppers, All-State in 2011 as a sophomore. Everybody knows that name. Played at Michigan. So here comes Don Bosco with it again as Jaden Richards gets short gain there. Malik Person did a great job slowing that down.
Jaden Richards, the ball carrier. Malik Person made the tackle.
Again,
Erasmus Hall really has their back to the wall right now because they needed to do something on offense. They were able to get a 1st down, but now they're struggling. Their defense has spent a lot of time on the field.
Absolutely. Let's see if Sisler and company can take advantage. Richards. Nothing going there. Malik Person shaking his hand.
Richards again, the ball
Hopefully he's
carrier.
okay.
Moore made the tackle. 1-yard gain by Richards. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 26-yard line.
Rolling out is Sisler. Wide open. Hit immediately is Detrano Smith. So it'll be 4th down. Good play on the defense, though, to get there quickly as O'Shane Martin was the one to knock him out.
It was, but the quarterback should have given him that ball a lot earlier, and he probably gets the 1st down. He basically waited till he ran out of room on the sideline and got him the football. And Erasmus may be lucky, but it looks like they're going for it on 4th down.
And Logan Bush maybe in the – actually Sisler coming out after quick meeting with the head coach, Sabella. And a timeout will be called. We will take one with them as well. Coming down the stretch of the 2nd quarter, it's 24-0 Don Bosco.
is their first timeout.
Back to action we go. Sisler on 4th down, hands it off the bush, and he easily gets first down yardage. And that'll move the chains. Another Ironman first down. As, again, they're looking to add to this lead as the whistle blows. Not really sure what the timeout is for, unless they're doing a water break or if there's actual timeout called. And we'll be right back after this.
Taken by the Ironmen. That is their second timeout.
So 1st and 10, they're inside the red zone once again. There's Sisler. That pass, was that picked off, Joe? Yes, it was. What a play by Ellis Johnson. 3rd pick of the year thrown by Sisler. And that's a huge interception to keep the score at 24-0.
Yeah, that's a big play, and that's what Erasmus Hall needed. They needed to figure out a way to get off the field, and ball delivery was a little bit late on the hook route outside, and Erasmus was able to undercut it and get the interception.
Placed at their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10.
That's a missed opportunity for the offense for Don Bosco Prep. Comes the offense for and they're going to get to delay a game. Either way, they took their time getting out there.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Joe, one of the courses that you could take if you attended Don Bosco Prep, in the language category, you can learn Mandarin. I have a feeling that would not be one that I'd probably be okay with that. I took Spanish. I would love to take Mandarin. Here's Brown throwing from his end zone. He's chased down. He's just got to get rid of it. Somehow he gets out of the end zone, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Had he been a little bit more shiftier, he could have probably broke it for a little bit of a longer run. He was just happy to get out of there alive.
He was. He ran into his own man, or it would have been an even bigger play, but good job of elusiveness. Looked like it was going to be a safety, and he turned it into a 5-yard gain, almost getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that'll do it for the first half here in Ramsey, New Jersey, Granite Stadium. It's been all Don Bosco Prep in this one. 24-0 the score. We'll be back for the second half in just a bit Glad you could join us here on Flow Football.
High School, nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, you're requested or you're asked to join us for our open house on September 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. and learn all about Don Bosco has to offer. Again, if you would like, open house here at Don Bosco Prep, September 28th from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Once again, just a quick reminder that the Snack Shack is open, led by our Fathers Club. All proceeds directly benefit programs at Don Bosco Prep. Yes, that's our Snack Shack, right behind the stands.
welcome back to Granite Stadium here in Ramsey, New Jersey, as the half is about set to end as Don Bosco 24-0 lead over Erasmus Hall. As we get set for the second half, both teams are out on the field. And I am Chris Hooks. My color analyst here tonight is Joe Simmons here in New Jersey. And Joe, if you had to assess both teams for that first half, what was your takeaway?
Well, Don Bosco came out and basically put on a show. They were able to run the football with success. They've completed passes when they needed to. And defensively, they've been able to handle everything that Erasmus has been able to throw at them. Erasmus, on the other hand, looks like a team that is trying to find its way. Not a lot of practice and not a lot of repetition under his belt, and it shows right now. And I know they're hoping to come out in the second half and establish a rhythm and maybe try to find something that'll get them on track.
I will see if that is the case. And again, if you're the head coach, Danny Landberg of Erasmus Hall, what was your message to the team at the half?
You just got to tell them, hey guys, we're going to come out in the second half and we're going to just play one play at a time and try to win the second half. You know, they started so badly, a couple of turnovers early in the game, and just didn't take care of things on some special teams plays, and it led to a lot of Don Bosco points. So he's just telling his guys, let's just try to get on the right track and see if we can't put together some offensive drives and finish some drives, but they've got to do something to keep their defense off the field.
Yeah, they were probably out there for a good 20 minutes of that first half. Obviously with it being 24 minutes, but again, they just really were put up against it. And give them credit, that interception in the half certainly could have put them in a good position. If you're Erasmus Hall here, you're on defense to start the second half, how big is a stop for you on this one?
Well, getting a stop is going to change things because it seems like Don Bosco had the ball in their territory the entire game. So getting a good kick and keeping them inside or changing the field position dynamic is going to be big. So they're going to want to try to come out on defense, get the ball back, and maybe get some good field position so they can open up their offense.
Well, they're going to be kicking off to start the second half. They're in the white. Little drop kick Murphys to start off this half, as Erasmus Hall trying to come back down 24-0 against Don Bosco Prep, who's going to drop the hammer here in the second half. Here's the opening kick, and he's going to go. Look at him go. Makai Allen, give him 6. He returns the kickoff in the second half all the way for a touchdown. That is the start you're looking for if you're Daniel Sabella, the head coach. It's 30-0.
Yeah, you want to kind of lay down the hammer and try to put them to bed real quick. And what better way to do that than to take the opening kickoff in the second half, the distance. And, it just shows you how one team is like functioning on all cylinders and the other team is still trying to find its way.
Yeah, you can certainly tell that is the case. And Coach Sabella very high on Makai Allen. He's a freshman, Joe.
Impressive.
Very. 6'1", 209 as a freshman. Here's the extra point for Donnelly. And it is up and good. We are 19 seconds into the quarter. And it's all Don Bosco back after this. 31-0. Ironman lead it.
Erasmus Hall High School, nothing.
Well, if you're Erasmus Hall and you're thinking about trying to keep this a ball game, that just went out the window on the first play of the second half. Chris Hooks, Joe Simmons here as Erasmus Hall just simply allowed a seam, and Mekhi Allen made them pay.
Kicking off for the Ironmen, number 85.
So
John DeVere.
So here's John DeVere to kick off, the sophomore getting an opportunity here.
Number 1, Judah Wright.
And Coach Sabella talked very highly about Allen, and he was excited about seeing him return some kicks, and obviously he had a point there. Here comes Erasmus Hall trying to answer the call here. And Judah Wright almost got around the corner. He'll get back to as a flag at the 17. Not sure what that is. And we'll see what happens here and what the call is. Joe, did you see anything?
I did not. And the flag came in there as he was making the turn, but all I saw was the Don Bosco defender slide and take the official out who threw the flag.
There's a legal block in the back on Don Bosco. And that'll move him back. Here's some famous people that went to Erasmus Hall High School, Joe. The other half of Hanna-Barbera. Joseph, right there in 1928, the co-founder of Hanna-Barbera. Billy Cunningham. Clive Davis. See anybody else that we may know? Curtis Samuel in the NFL, as that'll move him all the way back. It'll still be 1st and 10. Sid Luckman, as they'll come out in the pistol formation. And off on the first play, and he's got room. That might be a face mask. That's going to move him further down. That's the biggest play of the night for Amir Amaro as he breaks one tackle, went by a face mask, I think, and they mark him down at the 34. And let's see what the call is.
That flag was probably holding where that one came in.
Yeah, it was a holding. I saw his head move, and that's what I thought it was. But either way, it's a hold. Jerry Reinsdorf went to Erasmus Hall. Michael Rappaport.
A lot of distinguished alum.
Yeah. So they'll start back. Here's Brown. He got nowhere to go, and he throws it out of bounds as he was being carried to be slammed down, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, surprised there was no intentional grounding on that one as he looked like he was still in the pocket.
It's interesting they didn't blow the whistle while he was up in the air, but
brings up a 2nd down and 11. Ball inside the 10-yard line.
so it's 2nd down. And Morrow again, he's going to be a guy to look out for. And even when I was talking to Coach Landberg, he said, I mean, he gets it. He doesn't fight it. He's not happy that they're, that they have to do this to get to play teams like Don Bosco, but he's like, come see us in a month.
Yeah, you can see they've got a lot of potential. Like they're just kind of trying to iron out a lot of loose ends, and they're not really sure who can do what because they haven't had a chance to evaluate it against anybody else.
So 3rd down in about 6. Brown tries to dump it off to his tight end, Jalen Ballou.
Quarterback ground pass.
And Balu can't come up with it, and it'll be 4th down. And the punting team will have to come out.
Pass is incomplete. 4th down.
Not exactly the first drive you wanted, especially after giving up a kickoff return for a touchdown.
The anticipated punt. Number 3, Connor Cosgrove. Number 4, Ellis Johnson to punt.
So they're punting once again from deep in their own territory, and they try to go for a block again. Cosgrove catches it at the 45. Look at him go, 30. And he'll get to the 25-yard line and out of bounds. He is dangerous. And so they'll have it deep in territory of the Dutchman as we roll on.
Yeah, showing you the speed as he was able to get to the edge, and very fortunate he was running out of room on the sideline. If he has a little more room, he might still be running.
Yeah, well, that's the guy when we did that game last year. He was all over the place against Bergen Catholic. They're going to hand it off to Logan Bush, and Bush very patiently finds his way to the 20-yard line. There's a flag down on the field, and will be a hold.
Flag on the play. Bush tackled by number 80, Aris Bethia.
Both teams racking up the penalties early here in the third quarter.
Yeah. Joe and I will be on a plane after this, and we're going to go out to Portland, Oregon after this. We are calling as Logan Bush. There's a nice hard step. Gets to the 30 to the 25 out of the 20-yard line. And the Ironmen just dominating this one. As we will see Central Catholic take on Bellevue. Bellevue, one of the most notable teams in the country. They upset Don Bosco. They ended one of the longest winning streaks in the country years ago, and they've won all kinds of state championships in Washington. As Bush will get another handoff on 2nd down, and he'll be short of the 1st down. The line to gain is the 14. And a flag looks like it's going to be thrown on Bobby Mays for the Don Bosco prep offense. A little jawing going on the last play either way. Injured player on the field. We'll take a timeout here in the 3rd quarter.
We have a dead ball foul, personal foul on the offense. 15-yard penalty.
Nice hand for number 1 by Ray Carson.
So back to action we go. Injured player was Malik Person. There's a little pitch forward to Adrian. Adrian gets the first down and gets past the original line of scrimmage and will get close to a first down on that play.
Yeah, showing some explosion that time on the play. Kept getting the pitch and getting outside, and they got a nice little bevy of backs that they can throw at you on this team.
They're inside the red zone, still fourth down here. And they'll hand it off to Bush. Bush breaks free inside the 10. And he just methodically moves it down the field. They're inside the 10. Now they're in a goal-to-go situation.
Tackle made by Keenan Garrett. First down picked up on the carry by Bush.
Yeah, Joe, back in 2004, one of the games we're calling tomorrow, Bellevue ended a 12-year streak, beat De La Salle. As Bush handoff, Bush, he's upended. Good defensive play there by A.J. Larkin, or rather, Josira Andrews. And a timeout's called by Erasmus Hall. It really seems like that.
That is their first timeout in the second half.
So, second and goal now. Two backs in the backfield. Jaden Richards, the new one in. Gonna make it 37, even 38. And Richards will be just shy of the goal line there as we await for third and goal.
Yeah, nice job by the defense holding up right there. They've been able to capitalize in short yardage situations most of the game. But Erasmus Hall showing some pride on defense, looking and hoping to keep Don Bosco out of the end zone again.
Third down and goal.
So third down and goal. Again, Erasmus Hall trying to bow their neck here. Down 31-0. And they're going to false start on the offense.
Yeah, the right guard.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
5-yard penalty called against the Ironmen. Down will remain the same. Third down and goal. Ball now resting at the 6-yard line.
So third and goal, as you just heard from the public address announcer, at the 6. As Erasmus Hall down 31-0, trying to just get some building blocks for the rest of the year. Here's Adrian in motion. And off to Richards. Richards will not get in. A helmet rolls into the end zone. That does not count as a touchdown. And somebody has to come out of the ball game, and it will be Tyler Isian, who will have to take a seat. So they're going to get to getting somebody else in. It'll be fourth and goal from the 1 as Caden Brown, an edge rusher, will come in here in this situation. as they hustle up to the line. I'm looking for probably a handoff to Bush or a quarterback sneak. We'll see. Hand off to Bush, and he will not get in. Erasmus Hall says, no dice, young man.
Wow, what a defensive stop that time. The defensive line got great penetration. The offensive line at Bosco Prep has been dominating most of the night, but that time the D-line was up to the challenge.
And so they'll change sides. But again, the situation in regards to field position doesn't get any better here, Joe.
It does not. You can't. It's hard to open up the offense when you keep starting inside your own 10-yard line. And offensively, Erasmus Hall has to feel a little bit handcuffed because they're not big and physical enough up front to move this defensive line around to try to get the running opportunities that they need to have success.
They're going to start at the 1-yard line. And a new quarterback in the ball game, Wilbert Spell Jr. And I think they're delay a game.
Well, it's not a bad penalty to take right there if you're already on the 1. It's not like it's moving far.
So, see if they can get out of the end zone, and they will. I really like that running back Morrow, as that junior gets forward progress just shy of the 8-yard line, maybe the 7.
He does a good job running to daylight. We're not a lot there. He had the ability to be patient, cut underneath the tackle, and was able to stretch that out to about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Brings up a 2nd down and 5.
So 2nd and 5. And off again to Morrow. And he'll get a few yards there. He may be close to a 1st down.
Ironman tackled by Ramos and Lynch.
So they're going to hurry it up here as we're coming down the stretch of this 3rd quarter. And that will do it for the quarter. Nope, timeout called by Don Bosco Prep. We're going to take a timeout with them as well. So 3rd down and 3. And they're just going to try to, it was 3rd down and 1, and they're able to get that 1st down.
Well, you come out and play a little smash mouth football, trying to establish offensively some assertiveness, and that time they were able to get the short yardage situation under their belt.
Picked up on the play. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. Little play action out of the reach of Marquise Lawton. That's incomplete.
2nd time we've seen him come to that play, fake it inside, and then try to throw the the slant or the post route underneath it, and neither one have been really close to the receiver or close enough to make a play.
Pass is incomplete.
Well, they're handed off on second down. Good lowering of the shoulder there by the back, Desmond Allen.
Ball carried by Desmond Allen.
And he gets a good gain there past the 20-yard line.
Bosco tackled by number 18, Mackay Allen.
So 3rd and short again. Yeah, good run. That'll be enough for a first down by, again, Allen.
Ball carried by number 22, Desmond Allen.
Young fella racking up a nice little resume in this quarter.
Down by the Ironman's number 8, Jaden Brown.
So 1st and 10.
Second down and 10.
Rather, second down. Here's a keeper by Spell.
Ball carried by the quarterback, number 12, Wilbert Spell.
And Spell.
Jr.
It's a few yards there as we're coming down the stretch of this 3rd quarter.
By number 5, Marquette Dorsey. Number 32, Mac Occupante. Second down, about 9 for a first down. Ball at the 25-yard line.
Now 2nd down again, line to gain, 34-yard line. Spell rolling out. Had a man, he just could not connect. Incomplete. Yeah, Denzel Gill wide open. And it's, again, 3rd down.
Yeah, well, had him running wide open and wasn't even really close with the pass.
3rd down. Still 9 for a first down. Ball resting at the 29-yard line.
Spell lets it rip. Has a man. He has Gill open. 30, 20, one man to beat. They're trying to drag him down, and he gets down to the 3. What a play by Erasmus Hall. They've been waiting for that all evening.
Yeah, receiver got behind the defensive back, and a good ball thrown by the quarterback. That we've seen him do it a couple times and either be overthrown or underthrown. That time it was a perfect strike delivered to the receiver in stride.
Number 5, Marquette Dorsey. First down on the completion. 1st and goal.
Now hand it off up the middle, and their first touchdown of the year comes tomorrow, and Allen slams him down. I'm surprised that little flag wasn't thrown. It was a little unnecessary. Either way, Don Bosco, nothing to hang their heads about.
Looks like they're going to
So
go
they'll
for
wait
2.
for the extra point. Yep. So the quarterback, Wilbert Spell, making things happen. Spell, a senior.
Conversion attempt by the Dutchman.
Spell, fade to the corner of the end zone, and he'll overshoot. And it's incomplete.
Quarterback Spell's pass. Pass play intended for number 13.
Timeout on the field, 31-6. Down the stretch we go here in the 3rd.
Incomplete. Kicking off for the Dutchman will be number 4, Ellis Johnson. Deep to return Johnson's kickoff for the Ironmen. Number 3, Connor Cosgrove. Number 18, Mahai Allen.
So Cosgrove and company will get to return this one.
Allen and Cosgrove. Deep to return the kickoff.
And here comes the kick. Let's see if Allen and Cosgrove return this. It'll be Cosgrove this time. Cosgrove, he cannot dance out of this one. And they are swarming around here as Don Bosco will look to add to this lead, up by 25 as we go down the stretch.
Made the tackle.
Yeah, offensively, they haven't had to do a whole lot, but they've been successful when they have. Now they got to think to themselves, okay, they got one on the board, so let's see if we can't get back out in front by the lead we had earlier. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack this drive.
And they hand off the Bush, swarmed, and they'll lose yardage there back to the 25.
Yeah, we've seen a shift in how the line of scrimmage is being dominated. Erasmus seems to have found a nice little combination up front. Seem like they've gone a little smaller and gotten quicker to try to neutralize what this big offensive line has been able to do to them throughout the day.
Here's again, another handoff. Don Bosco shut down. You're seeing a team in white, Joe, get a little bit more confidence. I mean, again, this may be a lost cause tonight, but they're certainly not playing that way.
Well, they've definitely gone into halftime and made some adjustments there offensively and defensively. They've gone to a base 3-4 defense to kind of get linebackers on the outside to try to destroy that edge. And reading keys better, getting underneath blocks and sliding and making tackles. That's been the difference in the game in the second half.
And we're going to set up a screen here for Bush. And he's got a little room, but he's not going to get close to a first down. I think that's fourth down, Joe.
It is.
Bush taken down by number 1. Malik Person.
That might be the first 3 and out they've had all game, too.
About 4 yards for additional first down. Punting for the Ironmen. Connor Cosgrove.
And here's the punt, first punt of the night. Second punt of the night, at least, for the Dutchman. They fumbled one earlier, and it'll be Dutchman football as we're going to see them start at the 37. And if you're Coach Landberg right now, Joe, what is your focus? Just maybe get a touchdown in the quarter or what?
Erasmus.
Yeah, I think you want to try to get more points, and the idea for them is if they get a little bit closer, they might have a chance, especially if they can hold up defensively. But they know this lead is going to be a tough lead to overcome, so they're going to have to find ways to get big plays as well.
And they'll come out here with a handoff on the first play, and that might have gotten back to the line, if that, Morrow. As again, the quarterback is Wilbert Spell Jr., a senior.
Ironman tackle by number 44, Robert Eakins.
So Robert Eakins, the sophomore defensive end. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We will step aside, have one more quarter of work here, as again,
our score.
Don Bosco up on this one, 31-6
Don
on
Bosco
Flow
Prep High
Sports.
School, 31. The Dutchman of Erasmus Hall High School, 6. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please take out your 50-50 tickets. The winner this evening will receive $550. If you have the winning correction, $500. If you have the winning ticket, please bring it to the announcer's booth, and you'll be $500 richer. Again, the winning number, 6879786. Again, repeating, 6879786. And if you have that winning ticket,
Start the fourth quarter.
you are
There's the
$500
handoff.
richer.
Yeah, a nice little run by Desmond Allen. As again, Erasmus Hall starting to find itself a little bit.
Desmond Allen.
And again, the starters are still in for
Ironman
Don Bosco
tackled by
Prep.
Number 10, Vincent Bartone. Third down. 3
There's
yards
Allen
for a
again.
first down.
Allen, first down. And again, more yardage. Past the 50 into the 49-yard line. As we're just underway, there is a flag down behind where the line of scrimmage was.
Desmond Allen.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
So they'll move it back.
Yeah, offensively they were getting a rhythm, and they found something in that little power play off tackle. And unfortunately for them, they got the holding call that time, or it would have been another first down.
Down remains the same. Still third down. But now 10 yards for a first down.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And he's trying to knife his way through, and that's not going to work out.
Quarterback spell the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if that was design quarterback run or he just made up his mind right away he was going to run, but nothing doing on the play.
So they'll have to punt it here. They had something started, but so it'll be 4th down as the frustration continues for Erasmus Hall. But Don Bosco, you have to give them credit, Joe. Again,
Number 4 punting.
They scheduled the game as the punt goes nowhere, and it'll bounce at the 44-yard line and go out of bounds, or at least picked up by a Dutchman player.
Down by number 28, Ramir Morgan. Don Bosco will take possession at that point. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball at their own 44-yard line.
So, 11 and change to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wallet that has been found in the stands. Please check to see what.
Somebody's got to go get their wallet, but we'll tell you about the play when we get set. Here's the dump off right to Adrian, and he tried to get to the outside, and he was popped. He was popped big time, Joe.
Yeah, excellent pursuit defense that time as linebackers and defensive linemen were sliding to the outside. And when you can keep forcing it wide, you've got an opportunity for people to close it down. And that pursuit defense, that's what coaches like to see, guys running to those pursuit angles and not allowing people to get more than they should.
We Given no gain on the play. And off again to Richards. And Richards in a little bit. He's just short of the 50. Third down awaits.
Yes.
Yeah, about 6 yards away. Nice little run that time. One thing about this Erasmus team, though, we talked about a little bit earlier when the game first started, is they don't have any quit in them. And you can see these guys fighting hard. You can definitely tell the defensive players are tired as they spend a lot of time on the field. But they're still fighting and playing this game as if there's an opportunity for them to score and win this game.
Well, they were hot in the first half. They've been quiet here since. Just one touchdown. Adrian makes the catch. No, he didn't. He dropped it out of bounds. It'll be fourth down.
Pass intended for number 14, Ian Adrian. Pass is incomplete. Third down and 5. Ball remaining at the 49-yard line.
So here comes a punt, and really not sure what's going on here.
Timeout taken by Erasmus Hall. That is their second this half.
So let's step aside and take a timeout as, again, Erasmus Hall just trying to figure their way through this, their first game of the year.
Erasmus Hall to punt.
So here we go, back to action. Here's the punt. And that will just trickle out of bounds. Let's see where. That'll be at the 19. All right, Joe, as we're coming down the stretch here, 31-6. If you had to write a newspaper headline or at least describe for someone that hasn't watched this game, what would you tell them about this ball game between Don Bosco and Erasmus Hall?
First and 10.
I would just tell them that Don Bosco has won the battle of the trenches, and that's been the difference in the game so far. They've been able to play smash mouth football, not have to throw it to get first downs, and that's why they've had the success. And also the field position battle. They've dominated the field position battle. Seems like they've had the ball on the positive side of the field most of the time, and Erasmus Hall's had to play the whole length of the field on every single possession.
There's a deep throw to no one. Picked off. That is picked off. Jack Demena, sophomore. Looked like an outfielder trying to catch a fly ball as he made the pick. And it'll be Don Bosco ball again.
Pass really to nobody. The quarterback had let it go as pressure got up on him. A good job of looking it in. You can say it's just like a punt, but you don't try to punt on first down.
Balls resting at their own 45-yard line. First and 10 from the 45.
So here comes Don Bosco. And Richards will get the handoff here. And again, he's tripped up. Malik Person, tremendous play behind the line. There's a reason why he's getting recruited by all the big dogs.
Brought down by number 25.
Yeah, he's definitely a good talent. We watched him most of this game, and he's been getting pressure or getting penetration on the inside. He's one of the few bright spots on the defense here today.
First and 10. Ball at the 45-yard line.
They'll send Mays in motion. Handed off to
Ball carried
Richards.
by Jaden Richards. Tackled by O'Shane.
Don Bosco sticking to the script, though. They're just going to run the football, keep pounding away on the inside and running the clock.
Brings up a third down, about 9 for a first down. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Ironmen.
Now, again, the clock continues to run. And again, backup quarterback Dylan Rona, freshman who they think highly of. They think he's going to be a special talent.
The Ironmen's quarterback, Dylan Rona. Rona was the ball carrier.
Well, it's good that he gets in and gets some meaningful minutes in as well.
First and 10 for the Ironmen. Ball resting at the Erasmus 44-yard line.
Yeah, he played a little bit last week. He actually 3 for 6, 27 yards and a touchdown last week. Threw one of the 2 touchdowns to Jeremiah Alvarez as he's under center here. Hand it off again to Richards. Richards gets to the 40, breaks tackles into the 35 now on the left side. As Caden Brown shaking up just a little bit as we're down to 7 and change here.
Yeah, nice job that time coming out of the tackle and breaking a few more tackles. Haven't seen a lot of people but Bush doing that for Don Bosco today. It's good to see some of the other running backs getting in on that tackle breaking.
Second down and a very short one.
And off, Rona to Richards. They'll get the easy first.
Again, Jaden Richards, the ball carrier.
Flag thrown after the play.
Tackled by number 80, Aris Bethia. Flag on the play.
And some of the folks here not happy about that call.
15-yard penalty.
Somebody in the crowd just said, I didn't know it was a performing arts school.
On the previous play.
That's
Down
funny.
again remains the same. It's still first down. 10 yards for an additional first down.
As we await. And they'll hand it off to Richards after the penalty. And he'll get almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Ironman carry by number 6. Jaden Richards.
Really not sure what happened there.
Yeah, getting physical in on the interior. A good job on getting him down to the ground, but
Yeah.
the fans are a little animated right now.
Second down and 9. Ball at
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
46-yard line. Second and 9.
There's Rona rolling out. Pump fakes. Pressure from behind. Pass nearly picked off. And again, that'll be Christian Moore who nearly picked that one off.
Yeah, he took a shot on that one. I don't know. He might need to come out for a play.
Dylan Rana. Pass was intended for number 81. Hunter. Detrano Smith. Pass is incomplete. Brings up a third down, 9. Ball remaining at the 46-yard line.
Just letting the clock run as the new quarterback, or the starting quarterback, is back in. Devin Sisler. It looks like Rona, you're right, Joe. He might have had to have come out.
Yeah, he took a shot. He looked he didn't know where he was when he got up.
And Richards on third down will be stopped. And again, they've held since that 24-point quarter, first half rather, they've held that offense in check.
Yeah, the only points they've scored in this half was the kickoff return for a touchdown.
Fourth down, long 9 for a first down. Number 3, Connor Cosgrove will punt for the Ironmen.
Cosgrove was punting. And that'll punt inside the 20. And it'll roll all the way to the 10. And that is where the
Cosgrove's punt is down by the Ironmen.
Dutchman of Erasmus Hall will have the football as we are under close to 5 minutes to go here in this contest. Again, Joe and I will be hopping on a plane and heading over to the Great Northwest, Portland. Again, they'll start with a handoff up the middle. Again, that's Erasmus football. Wilbert Spell Jr.
The ball was carried by number 28, Ramir Morgan. Ironman tackle by
Ramir Morgan, the new back in for Erasmus Hall. It's a good chance for them to get some more work in, Joe. To this point, like you said, I agree with you. You see a team that will be extremely good defensively, and their offense is going to catch up very soon.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay. I think they figured out a few things at the end of the first half, and offensively, you see they're starting to make some plays now.
And
pass intended for number 11. Denzel Gill. Pass is incomplete.
Pass interference on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Hey, Johnny! First down picked up on the penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dutchman. Ball is at their own 32-yard line.
so 15 yards will move them ahead. Here's Wilbert Spell again going deep, and that is caught. Lyric Samuel. No, he did not hang on. He's arguing his case, and they're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe there.
Yeah, he should have.
That's what I thought.
The catch. Yeah, but I thought he made the catch, but he just gave up at the bottom. And you got to come up with the football. It's not like they have the luxury of replay.
Second down and 10. Yes, it was.
And so here's Spell. He's going to get out of trouble, but then good job there by the defensive lineman, Andrew Lynch. Says, I don't think so.
Tackled on the play. Brought down by number 39, Tim Norum. Loss on the play.
That lost yardage. It'll be, again, 3rd down and long, about 13.
First down. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd down.
And we'll set up a little bubble screen. Fumble. And I think it went out of bounds. It's not going to matter either way. So it'll be 4th down. We're coming down to the final minutes of this one.
Yeah, not really sure what the premise on that play was. You're right, it was a bubble screen, but the defense didn't really bite as much as you would think, and they fanned out as soon as they saw that they were being pre-released and ran him down pretty quick.
Johnson to punt for Erasmus. Number 3, Connor Cosgrove. Deep to return the punt.
And Cosgrove's just going to let it go out of bounds as it'll go to the 46-yard line.
The Ironmen will take possession at the out-of-bounds marker. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ironmen. The ball is at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
Don Bosco is probably going to try to run this thing out right here, Chris.
Yep. Take it in and call it a day.
False start.
And whistle blows.
Full start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
Still 1st down.
I'll race you to get to the car before we head to the airport. How about that? We got to fly to Portland.
Down remains the same for the Ironmen. 1st down.
Should be a fun one. Last year, Central Catholic beat Bellevue on a game-winning field goal. Again, they're just going to run this thing out, handoff up the middle. Just running it as the clock winds down. That is Dante DeLuca. Again, great job. First of all, let me just say this. As Matt Doyle has been running the show here tonight, he's done a terrific job. This is his first broadcast running for Flow Sports. But, Joe, and I think you'll agree with me on this, the guy that we have been working with for the past 3-4 years, Brad Gross with Flow Sports, has been a tremendous asset, person to get to know, and he is leaving us here at Flow Sports to take another job, well earned. That's one of the hardest working men in the business, and I cannot thank him enough for his friendship and his colleagueship, partnership, giving us all these opportunities. We have really gotten to see some great football, and hopefully that doesn't stop here with Flow Sports. We certainly appreciate all these opportunities, Joe. But again, I know you'll agree with me that nobody has done it as well as Brad has here with Flow Sports.
Absolutely, top-notch guy, and everybody in Flow Sports has been so generous and kind. But Brad will always be a little bit special for us because he helped reunite us and get us back in this game together.
Absolutely, and that'll be another handoff by Don Bosco Prep as they will wind this thing down. And again, they just got a big lead early, and they've just been able to hang on.
First down picked up by DeLuca. 1st and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line.
So that'll be it. Don Bosco moves their record to 1-1 on the year, as Erasmus Hall will start the 2023 campaign on a bad note, but not so bad. They've got a long ways to go. Final score 31-6. Joe, your final thoughts?
Don Bosco redeemed themselves from the way they played last week. Erasmus Hall, look out. Once this team gets it together, they're going to be a tough beat.
We'll see them later on here this year. Again, this has been an exclusive presentation of Flow Sports. Matt Doyle was the producer, executive producer for the last time. Brad Gross, four-color analyst Joe Simmons. This is Chris Hook saying so long from Granite Stadium here in Ramsey, New Jersey. Don Bosco victorious 31-6. You saw it all right here on Flow Sports.